What's up YouTube? Today I'm bringing you a tutorial on how to play Wraith better within Apex Legends. Wraith is one of my most played characters on the game. If it's 3 a.m. and there's a bald Wraith in your lobby wall bouncing, sweating her nuts off for no reason, it's me. So if you want to learn how to play Wraith more effectively, be a better teammate, get more kills, get more damage, stay tuned until the end of this video. Wraith is currently the second most picked legend in Apex with a percent of 9.7, right behind Octane. To see why Wraith has such a high pick rate, let's take a look at her powerful kit. Her passive, Voices from the Void, will warn you before you get shot, but more often than not, these can be annoying, and due to bugs, you'll get shot before you get warned. Can be helpful in very rare situations. Her tactical Into the Void, which is the foundation of Wraith's kit, will allow you to Q, do a little finger wiggle, and then become invulnerable for a short period of time. It removes effects like slowing down from toxic gas from caustic. If you get stuck with an arc star, you can Q and become immune from it. You become immune from damage and effects for a short period of time. Keep in mind that while you're in Wraith's Q, you may be invulnerable. You can't use certain things like doors, Octane's jump pad, and a lot of basically anything else that you have to interact with. Side note is that while you can't use Octane's launch pad, you can use the launchers on Stormpoint while you are trying to escape. Into the Void can actually be canceled. There's two ways to cancel Into the Void. This is great because you'll give the audio cue of going into the void and then not being able to attack your enemies, and they might try to chase you or push you, and you can catch them off guard because you won't have actually queued away. You'll just be waiting for them. All you're going to do is go into your queue, and then before it goes off, perform a wall jump or start climbing, just like that. And the enemies are going to hear that audio cue, think you're running away if you're behind a door in a building, and you can get free shots on them while they have their gun holstered or whatever it may be. The second way to cancel the Into the Void ability if you don't have a wall nearby is just simply to go for a heal, and you'll start healing and cancel the queue. Again, this is great for baiting. If a window opens up and you decide that you don't want to queue away, use it and you will fool your enemies and get free shots on them. Another thing that more experienced Wraiths might find obvious, but again, this is a tutorial for all skill levels. People say that our queue is too slow, it's not actually usable. You're supposed to queue before you become one shot. No, just learn when to queue and start timing it. If you're going down while queuing away, you should have queued away sooner. And also implementing movement while you queue. Just like I have in my other tutorials, simply crouching, moving around. Just don't take shots while you're in that animation, and take it well before you need it. And then our ultimate Dimensional Rift will link two locations with portals for over 60 seconds. These portals can be about 75 meters away from each other and can be used to make team plays, whether you need to clutch the res or even block people out of doorways. So something I think I haven't mentioned yet is that both of these abilities give you a speed boost, and they have great synergy together. You can combine them to reach maximum speed as Wraith, but if you're putting down a portal, you can press your Q and your Q becomes instant. So you're moving fast, you don't have to wait for the finger wiggle. This is the fastest possible escape. You'll see top Wraith players sometimes use their portal and their Q, even though they really don't need to. They just want the insane speed and the instant Q ability. So combine them to instantly go into your Q and to reach top speed. It can be used in many different ways. You can use it to push fights, go for the res, block doorways and entry points in a building, and much more. Alright, so let's get into all the different ways to use Wraith's portal. I'm not going to be going over how to res a teammate because it's pretty simple. Just put it where your teammate is and then put it where you want to res your teammate. But the first one and most useful one is how to trap enemies. So the key to doing this one is just setting your portal in a place where your enemies can easily chase you, someone's following you, and when you're done with your portal, you're going to put it over an edge. And what's going to happen is anybody who takes this portal is going to fall down here. You can even put it on the edge of a map so that your enemy falls off the edge of the map and can't come back. They're going to die. Yeah, so if you take the other side of this portal, you're going to fall down this cliff. Your enemy comes, he's chasing you, he falls down, and he can't do anything. He's down here, and he's trying to find the way back to the portal while you're beaming him from up here, and he can't do it. Can't do anything. So that's how you easily bait or trap an enemy. Best off the edge of a map, and typically you'd want it a little farther off the edge of this cliff, so they definitely can't stay on there. Another way to use Wraith's portal is to push a fight. Typically you don't want to do this if you're part of a team Once you get a better feel for it, I would start doing this, but sometimes you need your portal and you just wasted it, so you're out of luck, you know? And it's just simple, put it in a safe place where you'll be able to heal. You can even put it off an edge, so that if anybody tries to chase you, they're trapped. And then put it near the fight. You go and you start fighting, you start peeking. If you take any damage, escape with your portal. Back to a safe place where you're healing. And this is how you block doorways with
Setting a portal.
With her portals. You just set one portal at the first door and the other one at the second, and nobody will be able to enter or exit. Another thing to think about when you're taking ones in Apex that might give you more confidence is Wraith has the smallest hitbox in all of Apex Legends. So make sure you're utilizing movement, moving around, and crouching between shots and while reloading, because you are no doubt the hardest legend to hit within Apex. So now that you understand Race into the Void ability and have some tricks on how to use it and outsmart your enemies with this ability, how do you actually use it in a team setting or in a gunfight? So Wraith's whole kit is built around being aggro. She's like an entry fragger. She goes in, hopefully she gets a knock, at the most at the least breaks somebody's shield and does some damage. So Wraith's going to be running into fights, using her Into the Void ability to Q away after doing initial damage, coming back and healing, and then she's going to come back and help her team clean up the fight. So basically you're going in, doing damage, hopefully getting a knock, queuing away, healing up, and coming back to help your team. That's Wraith's role, and that's what also makes her a great solo character as well, because if you put yourself in a situation where you don't have the best positioning, you take way more damage than you would have liked and don't get a knock, you can queue away, reset, and hopefully come back from a more advantageous position. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you found these tips helpful. Make sure to drop a like, and if you want more information on how to improve at Apex Legends, just subscribe. Have a great day.